So let's see. Well, this week I would say also to just feel into yin and yang, to just feel into alpha and omega, to just feel into kind of darkness and light, and to feel into your feminine side and your masculine side. It's really a good week to feel into the polarities that are in your experience. And I would say also to feel into contrast. So I was saying I had a call with Simone and John earlier this week, and we are speaking about, well, it was interesting. I was speaking about feeling like understanding what it means to become more transparent, and not only kind of thinking about the 59th gene key, but really on a cellular level, and also how your discernment and discrimination of things, when you become more transparent, when you have more space in your vehicle, in more space in your cells, to really be able to be in stillness, to be in contemplation, to be in observation mode, to be that really neutral witness, and how that allows for a different kind, or like a more subtle and a more powerful discrimination discernment. And I felt like so much opening and so much understanding. And then the following morning I woke up and there was something like really heavy, and it didn't like it was just heavy, and I was feeling anxious about things back in Europe, and things that I feel like I'm never getting done with, and it was, my experience was so much in contrast to how expansive I felt in that conversation the night before. So I feel it's a good week to tune into that. Like, we are learning by contrast in this reality. So to say that we're only going to be able to be on like pink clouds jumping around because we create our reality, I don't believe in that. I believe that we're still very much in a 3D, 5D paradigm, where both are possible, but we are going to feel the frequency band the same as the shadow, the gift, and the city. We are going to dance in that frequency band. And I want to see if there is anything I had noted for a question. Well, the 12 can also, in human design, like I was saying, is a little bit different than the gene key. So it can feel a little bit like a standstill, even like you're stuck if you're kind of in your not self. So look at that. Where in your life do you feel either a standstill that is positive, maybe like silence, or a standstill that is more like a stuckness feeling? It's also interesting, connected to vanity. Like, what masks are you wearing? And now is a very funny time to speak about masks, but not those masks, but the masks, the roles that you're playing. And the vanity is also connected to, do you feel like you're more evolved than other people? And here I would say, this is a tricky one too, because I don't think that everything is the same. And I really feel, I believe a lot into spiral, and I believe a lot in the worldview of spiral dynamics, and that's the way that we evolve. So I would absolutely say that some people are more evolved than others. But one thing is to like note that in a natural, in a neutral way, and one thing is to judge it and to feel like you're more than something else, just because there is a higher, there is a more expansion in the awareness. And this is an interesting too. Are you using willpower or divine power to create? And I feel like that's a lot with the second gene key and the first gene key, or the heaven and earth, because there is this, Eros is really very much going, right? When he sparks, there's the big bang. So it's kind of very much, it's not willpower, but there's a lot of action orientation. And then in the feminine, there's this embrace, this agape. So are you like, do you have a balance between these two? Again, we come back to the yin and the yang, or the masculine and the feminine. Look at that this week. And I feel also there is some kind of play here too, because if it is heaven and earth, if it is yin and yang, there's always a divine play between those polarities. And even with contrast, like sometimes I can also laugh, because 1 second everything feels so expansive, and then the next second something happens, you're like, why am I experiencing this? And instead of judging, you can just discriminate. I'm experiencing this, and what, almost laugh at it. What am I here? What am I supposed to learn from this? So I feel like it's a interesting week that we're all in, and I will see you next week. Thank you.